Well, we survived the weekend. We survived the Gatsby. And
You survived it. I'm so glad you came, my friend. It was so great to see you have a good time. Your wife loved it. It was a great night. Seeing you walk in at the end, like the doors open at 7. You got there about 6:55.
About 6:55.
And people, it was.
I had to watch the White Sox beat the Red Sox. So
it was awesome. You were dressed to the nines. Loved it.
Didn't mind the red tie.
No, it was great.
That was you could either say it was my protest, or it was my honoring Will Wade at North Carolina State. Take whatever way you want to go, but that was
great. It was great.
Lots of exciting times for you, but let's get into sports first.
Yep.
You have the longest winning streak in the nation in baseball.
It's crazy, right? They're playing so well.
Are you going to LSU tomorrow night?
That's the plan. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where baseball fields are on campus?
Yeah, 100%.
You've seen them?
Absolutely.
You've actually been to them?
Been there many, many times.
Okay.
Just because I don't come up and say hello to you all the time.
Nobody ever does.
Doesn't mean that I'm not at baseball.
But okay, so
FYI.
that game will be over with by then.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting time because you are talking about if they win, which LSU's coming off 3 losses, all of a sudden you are talking about a definite second team getting in.
I mean, we're in the conversations with for an at-large bid. Obviously, a win against LSU in Baton Rouge would
even playing well
would help us in that quest.
But also, it's weird because as you do baseball, and I don't know if you know the sport very well. It's a little ball. Everybody can talk. Don't bounce it or anything.
Yeah.
But if you watch baseball, it's all about the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, but these games all of a sudden matter more than usual midweek games.
I know.
It's a strange time for you.
Yeah, I mean, we went to Houston and got a huge win. I mean, they mean a lot, and I think that a lot of credit goes to our league. The baseball in this league is really
fifth
really
in the
good.
country right now.
I mean, you bring in Rio Grande Valley, they're really really good, and I mean it's a really really good league.
And you were down 7-1 yesterday in the 4th inning.
I know.
Did you watch it at all?
I did. I was like, okay, the streak, wow, and then come back and like, whoa, unbelievable.
No, when you get into teams' bullpens late in the season, you can do a
true.
lot of damage. It's one thing McNeese has is they got a lot of arms.
They have a lot of arms, and coach is not afraid
to pull anybody.
to pull anybody and go with a different arm. I love that. I love it.
Well, you usually don't have that. It's rare that you have
It's very rare.
7 or 8 guys you can count on.
I mean, but just think about from a hitter standpoint, you have to prepare for
5 different pitchers.
That's right, and so there's an advantage. It's like depth in anything else, and I mean, I think coach is he's managing so well, and I love what we're doing. Absolutely love it.
So you got that. You're in first place in there.
Yep.
You're in first place in softball with 8 straight wins. Mm-hmm. Do you know where the softball field is?
Yes, Jim.
Okay,
I go there quite again. Just because I hang out in the dugout club or I don't go say hello to you, there's times I really don't want to see you. I know it's hard for you to understand, but
I'm okay with that.
Like once or twice a week, like this, and then.
Well, you're a basketball football guy. I see you at scrimmage. I saw you at the football scrimmage. We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But can you?
I can only deal with you like twice a week. I have to do this show.
I can accept that.
And then we do. Podcast.
Yeah,
so then we have that, and then there's always the random phone call about this or this. Like, I mean, sometimes I just don't want to visit with you. I'm sorry.
I can accept that. Go eat a hot dog down the road.
Okay,
I got that.
Got it.
I
just want to clear that up.
You're not alone in that feeling, by the way, too. I might point out. But are you set to host 2 pods?
Oh yeah, well we talked about it earlier this morning in our staff meeting. That's the plan.
You're in great position in both.
We're absolutely so, and now the work starts happening again, right? Like getting hotels, et cetera, et cetera. But we would be beyond excited to host both of them, and I love what the league has done, where both 1 and 2 seeds host.
Oh yeah, so do I.
Like a small regional, and then come together.
The only negative thing about that is, this year, because of scheduling and that, you had to have that midweek game series, which you guys, of course, won. But that's the only kind of change. Once that gets figured out,
I love it.
I think it's a great thing. I think you'll see more leagues go to it because, especially on this level, it does not destroy your pitching staff going into a regional.
I agree.
That's the one thing that always bothered me is if you go an 8-team pod or tournament, you're out of pitchers when the time you need them the most when you go against the number one seed somewhere.
100%. 100%.
Okay, so let's talk about the football scrimmage. You saw the football scrimmage.
I loved it. Yeah, I mean, just seeing the former players that were there.
Seeing the people,
Was
the amount of
great.
people, the amount of interest.
It was awesome. It really was, Jim. And I mean, football's back. You know, like you just get that sense that there's. I mean, the way that we're going about our business on the football field is just so different, and it's so refreshing. I'm really, really excited about what Coach V and his staff has done. The energy level,
much better.
It's just so much better.
Much better. The competition's better.
Mm-hmm.
The players, you haven't lost one player during spring camp.
Yeah,
That's almost unheard of. Not only
right.
for injury, but nobody's left. Nobody's
Yep.
gone to transfer report. Now the portal opens up again, I think next week.
Yep.
But I think with everything that's going to happen at the higher level, you're going to end up being a buyer more than a seller.
I think so,
If
too.
if you want to upgrade at certain spots,
I think
there's
so,
always
too.
the rumor about some linebacker maybe coming back. Who knows?
Yeah.
I know you can't talk about it, but I hear things. I hear things. So when we come back, we're going to talk Gatsby with
Oh, the best.
Miss
Miss
Paula.
Paula Dupuy. She is phenomenal, did an unbelievable job, and
Twisted my arm from day one.
I can't
That's how I'm gonna put
speak
it.
highly enough about her, and she's just
Bothered me
absolutely-
from day one to go.
Well, that's
all I'm
good.
gonna
I mean, hey, listen, we got you there.
tell you. All right. When we come back, we'll talk to Paul after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Vice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the Brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
Welcome back to Pope Nation. It is an honor to have Miss Paula Dupuy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
I'm
to
glad
Pope
to be
Nation.
here.
Absolutely. Okay. So you recovered from Saturday.
I have.
Okay.
Well, give her what she does. She's the creator of the Gatsby this
100%.
year, wasn't she?
So yes, she was the day-to-day nuts and bolts, ran it. I mean, and let me just tell you this, and you were there. And we're going to talk about that. Unbelievable. There is a video of Gazzola the Great dancing at Gatsby. It was my favorite moment of all time when I got the video yesterday of the dance. I mean, it was unbelievable. I didn't know you had moves like that.
I didn't think I showed any moves whatsoever. But can we move on to something far more important?
Okay, so obviously, Miss Paula, you joined the McNeese Athletic Foundation staff, and really, oversee all of our events, right? Like the bag bingo for the fall, the tip-off dinner for basketball, the diamond dinner, Gatsby, golf. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot, okay? But nothing takes as much time as the Gatsby Gala, which is our biggest fundraiser that MAF puts on. Let's talk a little bit about what has it been like, because you were on the other side of the corporate sponsorship world.
Yes, sir.
Back when Southwest Beverage was here.
That's
now coming back on this side, what's been the biggest difference?
It is a challenge being on the corporate side, and you kind of walk up and you experience the benefits of the events. And then you step in on this side and you experience the challenges of these events, which challenges help us learn. And I think we learned pretty well this year.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I think the event went tremendously well. I think it was well received. I think people had a really good time. I know, Jim, your wife had a good time, right?
Yes, she did.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, she had too good of a time to want to go back, which is a year-long issue we're going to have to deal with.
So we're gonna talk about the Gatsby for another minute or so here. It was we made the most money that we've ever made. Okay, I think that it was as flawless and as elegant as it's ever been. And that's honestly a credit to you and our staff,
and our
right?
team.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, JC and Gabby are tremendous under your leadership. And but talk a little bit about how long. I mean, you know, we sit and plan these things. It's like, when you walk in, like, oh, this is cool. Like, it takes a lot. Like, talk about from the planning stages where you and I sat down, like how long it takes to do this.
Oh, wow. We started in August of last year, laying out what we would call the theme. We wanted to elevate is the term we used a lot. You and I used every week was the term elevate. We wanted to be a step above of what we've presented to people. We perceived this event, bag bingo, tip-off, diamond dinner, those are very, very much geared to the individual sports that we're supporting with those, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, and softball. This is more of a celebration event for our corporate sponsors, our supporters, our fans. We want to make those individuals feel special at this time, and they get to be special and dress special. You can be elegant and sparkles and tuxes, or you can come themed and look like Butch was dressed.
That's right. That's right.
Butch dressed like Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's right.
So it's an event. It's fun. It's a thank you from MAF to those people who have supported our programs and our athletes throughout the year. But it is a long process. I mean, we started, I believe you told somebody this the other day, we are a definite hit the road 8 months out. From every little detail, like you said, the team is tremendous. We kind of divvied up job responsibilities. JC was everything about script and how the program was going to lay out. Gabby was everything about decor. She worked with some really good vendors that we brought in. LeBear's was awesome to work with, as they always are. But it's a long process, and in between that 8 months, we're still getting all of our other events lined out. And then, by the way, we're also putting on football.
That's right.
Events.
That's right.
And so it's great. It's great. I had a good time. I think all did. I think everybody had a good time. What would your impression be?
Well, it was a good time. I had some questions about the poor women that had to be on the stilts the whole time at dinner. I couldn't have handled that. I would have fallen down 100 times.
Well, that's why we don't put you on stilts.
No, I could have done.
Everyone has strengths and weaknesses,
I could have done the wraparound and the big hula hoop, I think, but the still time wasn't going to be with. And I liked the band. Where else?
The band was awesome.
Where else can you get a band that reminds me of my '80s days in Teen Wolf, with the guy dressed up as a wolf?
That was awesome,
was great.
wasn't it?
That was interesting to see him do that, and to see how hot he must have been in that poor outfit.
That band read our crowd perfectly,
perfectly,
because we had till we last call. They were out there dancing, and I hope that the thank you we presented for our sponsors and our supporters was well received.
I know this, when, Dr. Roos and I sat down and talked about, okay, math is growing, and it's growing so fast, it's hard for us to keep up. And we needed to bring someone in that could really help us and elevate, and you've done it better than we could ever imagine.
Thank you.
And I mean that sincerely. What you do on a daily basis, people have no idea. I'm telling you, Jim, like it's a beyond full-time job. This is what's going to be kind of her little retirement project.
Yeah, that is right.
And it's turned into like more. But you know what they always say is, if you want something done, give it to the busiest person. And it figures out how to get it done. She is a rock star. We're going to come back with her, obviously, but she's awesome.
And when we come back, we'll hear more about maybe next year's show. After this on Polk Nation.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Vice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the Brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
We're back, and I guess that leads us to what's next year. How are you going to top next year?
Oh, we're going to elevate it.
Human
100%.
sacrifice or something? No, come on.
I'll tell you what, and this is, I've already started a list Sunday, just little things. And so we'll get on the board. We film this on Monday, as we've said many times on this show. And we have a standing meeting on Tuesdays. And we're going to sit down and put everything on the grease board, and what was good, what can be better, et cetera, and how do we elevate it again. And, every year we say, man, how can we elevate it? But this year was by far, it was the best. And now, we're going to figure out how to make it even better next year.
We have some plans.
We'll get into those in the future, but I want to ask you this about keeping them separated, because you don't want one event to take away from the other events. How do you keep them separated and make sure that each of the other ones you do, like Diamond Dinner and that, also get the attention that they deserve and need, and not step on the others? Because a lot of times in the past year, you would be taking $1 from here and $1 from there and all that. How do you get them to be separate?
So my focus when Heath and Dr. Roos brought me in was to make sure that we did have that separation, that tip-off dinner was geared towards basketball, and that we made it a very upscale event, okay, geared towards basketball, that program, what that program's needs were, and what that program's fans and supporters' expectations were. The same with the bag bingo that we're going to have later in the summer. That is, the whole purpose of that was to let the women athletic supporters come in and enjoy something and get to meet those football players. You know, basketball, you see them on the court. Baseball and softball, you're right there on the sidelines. You're seeing everything. Football is something that you don't really get to touch those players. So I believe that's how we're able to kind of drive home what those fundraisers are and who they benefit. Those three events, Diamond Dinner, Tip-Off, and Bag Bingo, we pull those athletes in. We let our supporters and our corporate sponsors meet those young athletes. They get to understand who they are, what their likes and dislikes are, and why they chose McNeese. So we have to keep them separate because we are the Gatsby Gala and the Legislator Golf, the William A. Oliver Golf Tournament supports math. That money comes into the program. Heath and his coaching staff, we use those funds to help where we're not covering for those three events. So that's how it's a little different. We involve those programs with the outside events, and then our two other fundraisers are what Heath kind of directs how we're going to spend those funds.
And Jim, let me just say this too, because one of the biggest goals that I had when I took over as EAD was I wanted to get coaches out of fundraising. When I first got here, I remember I went to try to book a flight to go recruit the first week I was here, and the lady said, well, you can't recruit. And I said, well, what are you talking about? Well, you don't have any money. I said, well, what are you talking about? Like, no, you have to go raise your money to be able to do that. Like, it was the most backwards thing I've ever seen. So when I became the AD, you know, I wanted to centralize everything and you know, and getting the coaches out of it. Now, does the baseball and softball, does Justin and James help out? You know, and they're a part of it for sure, but they're not running the Diamond Dinner anymore. That's Paula. You know what I mean? So we've grown up, and adding Paula to the McNeese Athletics Foundation staff has allowed this department to truly grow, which I'm telling you has helped the university grow. When you talk about the enrollment and all those things, it comes back to being able to brand the university through athletics. Well, how do you do that? You have to have the funds. Well, how do you get the funds? Like, you go all the way back, like the hiring of Miss Paula and the centralizing of what we've done has been able for this university to grow.
Yeah, and I want to ask you this, because this is to me the biggest step that you guys took, is convincing the financial partners that they are partners in the program instead of just sponsors.
Yes.
Because people always ask me, well, what can I do to help them win? I go, you got to become a partner of them, and that, because otherwise they're going to cut off at one time.
And I believe that's a benefit I brought, because not only am I a McNeese alum, I was a corporate sponsor with two different corporations that actually private businesses with the Coca-Cola Company and Southwest Beverage. So I understood from a business side, I needed McNeese to be my partner because our agendas were the same. I want to promote my brands, which now include McNeese Athletics. So when they brought me in, I feel part of my job is our corporate sponsors need to understand I know they are a partner of mine. They're just not writing me a check. I need to make sure their business is just as successful as what they give us to make us successful.
Yeah, you want them to be invested in it.
Absolutely.
And see what they get out of their investment more than it's just writing of a check.
Exactly, yeah. And I think when we went to Rhode Island, that was a perfect example. We had a lot of corporate sponsors there that they were a part of that win, of that history-making event. And I think that helps.
That's why he had to go hug everybody after the win.
Yeah.
But but that's the thing is like when you have people that truly understand it, that they're not sponsors, they're actually partners.
That's exactly
and they
right.
feel like partners, and this community has rallied
when they
around
win,
that.
when you win, they win, and they feel
Yeah,
like they're part of it.
absolutely,
That kind of
100%.
absolutely.
It's all part of making what you're supposed to be as a university.
Correct.
It was here.
Correct.
So, when we come back, we'll get Coach's final thoughts after this on Poke Nation.
At Veron Vice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
I do want to say this, though, about
Okay.
you. You were very dapper on the dance floor.
Oh, thank you.
You started the I want to point out you started the dancing.
I did.
Yes.
Well,
you were the first one out there.
Hey, listen, it's the
You were with nobody else, but you were the
Look,
first one.
it's like Miss Paula and I talked about at the event, right? It's like the one night where you just kind of go, whew. It's a lot of work. People have no idea, like selling all the tables, all the organization, all the things that go into it. To put on an event that elegant, it's a lot of work.
I'm
and
sure.
So it was great. It was a lot of fun.
So this weekend, and it actually starts on Thursday because
Yep.
of Easter Sunday. There's no games on Easter Sunday. You play Corpus Christi Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday's game is 6. I want to say then 2 and 1
Yep.
is the rest of the weekend for baseball. 9 games left in that. So it's a sprint now between 3 teams. You're behind Houston Christian in the tiebreaker. You're ahead of Southeastern in the tiebreaker. So you're right in the middle, which is a good spot to be right now because if you look at it, all you got to do is get ahead of one of them and you host and then see what
Correct.
plays out. Softball-wise, we're in an even better spot
Yes.
because Southeastern you hold the bye on. You have 2 of the lesser teams to play. They have 2. They actually have 3 and 4 Southeastern. So that's gonna be a tough road.
We're in a really good position. I know it's Easter weekend, but I mean, I really hope Poke Nation comes out and supports these 2 programs this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because there's a lot at stake.
There's a lot at stake.
You just talked about it. It's a lot at stake. One other thing, it's senior weekend for softball.
Yes.
And
Doubleheader on Saturday, single game on Friday.
Yes, and then baseball on Saturday. We're having an Easter egg hunt after the game for all the kids. So it's a lot going on.
Price of eggs are expensive. I'd get my kids out there and try to steal some.
You know what? Do you do the little plastic eggs with the stuff in it? I bet you
Yes,
do.
I do,
Yeah,
yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Reusable. Look, when you have kids, when you have
You know-
grandkids that are no, wait a minute. When you have grandkids that are my age,
You are so unbelievable, really. You are.
you have
You're not
grandkids-
unbelievable. I would have never thought anything less.
when you have grandkids,
Do you
my
mix the
age-
colors so like a
Yeah.
yellow
No,
one
I
and a
do
blue
not
one?
do
or-
that. I do not. I do not. That would not work in my household with my grandkids. But when you have grandkids like that, you can the younger ones. You got to reuse those eggs. You put them back together and you put them in. You have a younger kids.
And so, what do you
hunt
put in?
later.
What do you put in the little egg, in the plastic egg?
Oh, maybe a Hershey Kiss, maybe a little toy, maybe an eraser or something.
Okay, so you're gonna buy all that. Why don't you just buy the egg and hard boil it, and then like you can color them and all that? Like, I mean, what?
Well, they have coloring eggs. We do color eggs, but that's a different thing.
Okay. So
Because I would sit there and be eating eggs for 16 days
I
afterwards.
just
That's
love
why.
the fact that do you go out and hide them around in your yard and stuff?
Well, they get pretty well hidden. I think as the day goes on, they get pretty easy to find. I mean, you got to hide the ones for the older ones, and then you got to be a little easier on the
Got
younger
it.
ones.
Okay. I love that new fact about you, that we do the plastic eggs and we put Hershey's in them and all that. I love
Well,
that.
yeah, I get to use the same eggs next year.
Love, yeah. I mean,
What's so bad
I love that for you. It's awesome. So what
Whatever,
an amazing.
whatever works. Look, you guys wrecked my budget the other day by having to buy a tux or rent a tux.
Hey, listen.
That's my party budget for the year. I'm boring.
Well,
I don't think people understand how boring I am.
I'll tell you, there is a Poke Nation. I promise. There is a video out there somewhere with Gazzola the Great on the dance floor. I'm surprised it hasn't been viral yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't went viral.
Sure, it's made some people viral. More than anything else, I don't think it's really made anybody viral. Next week, when we talk, we'll see how the McNeese did. Hey, the women might be, they might already have won the league by
No
then.
doubt
Who
about it.
knows? We'll see you next time on Poke Nation, where we won't talk about the Gats or my dancing.